right, welcome everyone. Welcome Casey, welcome Alex, welcome Leslie, welcome Allie. As you know, we start every day with our agenda. We'll start with a check-in, then we'll review direct and indirect characterization. We'll move to some group work expectations with a discussion as well, and then we'll end the class with a breakout room and some group work. Our motivational quote of the day is, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So I'm happy you're all here and we're on the path to greatness together. So we're starting with our check-in. So if you want to head over to your poll everywhere, you can access it on a phone or in another window on your computer. If you either text Megan Long 374 to 37607, or you can go to pollev.com/MeganLong374 and you'll answer how you're feeling today. Great, fine, or struggling. We've got some fine. Struggling. It looks like the majority of us are struggling today. I know what you mean. It's a stressful point in the school year. We're almost through, but I acknowledge your stress. I'm stressed myself, and I promise you that we can get through this together, and you can always come speak with me if you need anything. As you know, sometimes when we're struggling, it can be really good to employ some of our self-management strategies that we've been talking about, particularly deep breathing. So let's all go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time before we move into our content. Deep breath in through the nose, hold it at the top, and out through the mouth. Great work, ladies. All right. So moving on to direct versus indirect characterization, just a really quick review. Again, you'll head over to pollev.com and you'll ask, I'm asking you, what's the difference between direct and indirect characterization? Quick little review. Not remembering, that's okay. Sometimes we don't always remember. Sometimes I forget things myself even, but that's okay because we'll review together here today. You can always review your notes again.
Mine says it won't take my text message response.
Oh, I think this one you have to go right to the website.
Okay, I will, Mrs. Long. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Casey. Thank you.
I try to do it through the text too, so I'm going to go over to the website as well.
Okay, perfect. Great work, Alex, getting your answer indirectly right there. Direct is stated, but indirect is implied through actions, descriptions, etc. Very good, very good. Direct is when you're told what the character is, likes, or feels. Excellent. Direct is when the author tells, indirect is when the author doesn't tell you. Good. So the majority of us have this, and I hope that whoever said they don't remember, they're able to go back and look at some of these and remember together. All right, so the difference for everyone, just like you guys said, direct characterization, the author tells the character's actual physical and mental traits, characteristics, and abilities. Think telling. Indirect, think showing. Author shows how character speaks, thinks, acts, or how other characters react to him. All right, so remember that you can utilize the hand raise feature on our Teams meeting here. So please do that to answer. But is this direct or indirect? Jean was a beautiful young girl. She had golden hair and blue eyes, which made her stand out from the rest. Yes, Alex, go ahead. Thank you for raising your hand.
It's direct.
How do we know that?
Because it's telling us that Jane is beautiful, that she has hair.
Very good. Thank you so much, Allie and Casey, for clapping along and giving your classmates some support. Great work. How about this one? Raise hand, please. An old couple living near John's house considered him just like their own son. John did all that for them. What even a son these days won't do. He would shop for them, get them things, and say hello every day. What do we think? Yeah, Allie, go ahead.
Is it indirect?
It is. What makes us think this is indirect?
Because the author is not exactly telling you, but it's describing what the son is doing in so much of a way.
Yes. So what sort of like inference would we make about John then? How do we feel about him as a person? Yeah, he's a good guy, right? We like that. Yes, Casey?
I was going to say it sounds like he's kind.
Yes, very good. Great. All right, so now it's time for our group activity. I'm really proud of all of you. You guys made some great decisions. You followed along with our expectations and rose hands, and you also motivated each other. So you're doing great work today. It's time for our activity. So for the remainder of today's class, you're going to be working in your group to find examples of both direct and indirect characterization in the next vignette of our book we're reading, The House on Mango Street. So your instructions are to find 2 examples of direct characterization and 2 examples of indirect characterization and explain how each example fits that type of characterization. For the 2 indirect characterization types, you must explain what you now know about this character and then rewrite the direct characterization examples to indirect characterizations. Eventually, you're going to present back to the class. This is a lot, but we have plenty of class time to do this. Remember, we can always take our deep breaths, and we're working together. That's some of what we're working on is our group expectations. So let's break down the roles of each person. In your groups, you can assign someone to be the reader. You're welcome to split up that role among yourselves. Then there's going to be a recorder of characterization examples, so you'll be writing down those characterization examples. There's going to be an explainer, so that is where you're explaining why it's indirect characterization. A rewriter, you're rewriting that indirect example into a direct example, and then someone is going to present. So let's review some of our group work expectations. What makes good group work? Alex.
When we do our roles that we're expected to do.
Exactly. So step 1 would be to assign roles, right? And we want to make sure that every member is working on their assigned task. Allie?
When we collaborate and work together nicely.
Yes, absolutely. Collaborating, working together nicely. If you come into any sort of dispute, what should you do?
Make sure that you have a calm voice, listen to others, and if not, ask somebody else for their opinion.
Absolutely. Great work, Allie. Casey, anything to add for your group work expectations?
You should make sure everybody in the group gets to participate and ask their opinions.
Absolutely. So everyone should feel like they have a voice, right? We ask ourselves, how do I want to be treated in a group? And we treat others that way in the group. So you guys did an excellent job with that. I think it's time for you to head over to your breakout rooms and work for the rest of class now. Thank you.
Thanks, Mrs.